Actually, uh, I wonder why you two are not sleeping, sis. Kosi. I mean, some of us, I've slept actually. I'm just waking up and I just feel like I just have to come and make some point. You know, life is a privilege. And we're made to live it to impact lives. I have a sermon this morning. I actually have a sermon this morning. I don't know where I kept my Bible. Oh, I want to. Okay. Chibuza. It's Chibuza. Go to bed. It's Chibuza. It's, I'm just waking up. Chibuza. Is it Barrister Chibuza? Which Chibuza is this? Okay. Welcome to live video with the Alex family CV. In a moment like this, we'll share some topics about family. Which Chibuzo is this? Is this Barrister Chibuzo? Is it the law? Now, if I sleep now, if I sleep, they say, how did they put that word? Too much sleep leads to poverty. So how do you expect me to sleep? I just actually have to come online to reach out to some people. Actually, now I have only 3 people online. I know as time goes on, we'll have more people to join us. Don't mind my hair. I need to cover my hair. My hair is rough. Let me get my cap. Huh? I never edit on my V. Wait, I don't know. That's more. My phone, I did not see it. You didn't know where I kept it. Which Chibuzo is this? Is it Barrister Chibuzo? It's Barrister Chibuzo. It's people that have actually arrived that actually sleep all through the night. Me, I wonder why you're still awake. And that's by the way, you're welcome to the Alex Family TV. This TV, our focus is actually to get people entertained, educated, and inspire people. You can bear me witness that it's actually a crazy world where negativity actually strive. The narrative, you know, negativity thrives. Negativity in the sense that when you talk about marriages, there's no time you open your social media handle, you don't hear about husband violated the wife, wife manipulated the husband, fights, divorce, abuse, accusations, and you wonder, did this actually at a time love each other? Were they actually love? I don't know whether people have asked that question. And I know there are a lot of people that came from a decent home that actually want to actually raise a family, because actually raising a family is a beautiful thing. Raising a family is actually one of the responsibility that I actually believe that the Creator has given to us here while we are here on this earth. Or responsibility of selflessness, because when you're raising a family, it's no longer all about you. If your life is actually all about you, check very well. Check very well. If it's all about you, check very well. Most time you find yourself depressed. Check very well. Most times even at the workspace, you find yourself taking responsibilities that one day they'll put you aside. But raising a family is actually one responsibility that will teach you. You learn. You learn, and I will explain. Let's say for a man that is single, if you want to eat, you can actually go to a restaurant. You can actually cook, maybe water, you make gari, you make the easiest food. But once you actually marry, you realize that when you're out there, you don't just think about how to eat, you ask yourself, how's my wife eating? Your wife, when she's out there, she don't just ask of what to eat, she asks herself, how's my husband eating? And you find out that in the house, you come back home to somebody, or somebody come back home to you. Responsibility. You have responsibility. Let's say as a woman, you're home already, your husband is back. Your responsibility is actually to make dinner. You will eat. And as a man, you come back, you're not going to just be thinking about what am I going to cook, prepare to eat. Because you already have someone at home. As a woman also, let's say for instance, your husband actually is at home or work from home, and you're coming back home maybe after the whole traffic, after the whole stress. If you have a reasonable husband, definitely he must have prepared dinner for you people. You seen that companionship, what he does. see what that companionship does. So it's actually important that we understand the art of responsibility, selflessness is what made up family, and it gives more life to you, more adventure to you, more makes you more disciplined the way you spend your money. Let's assume before, if you're someone that drinks beer and all that, you'll be thinking about how to make food available at home. It makes you more responsible in finance. You'll be thinking about how to grow business, how to invest business. You have a partner who you can actually share your ideas, you can actually discuss and build. Let's give, for instance, that people are actually living outside the country. You see that you people build finance together. Maybe you people are having to income, salary, and you can actually save one and spend one. And you people, over time, you people can actually build something. So a lot of people say they are no longer interested in marriage, they're not interested in relationship because of what is happening out there. Yeah, you're right. It's actually scary if you don't get it right. Because all the things that I say that partners do for partners, when you don't get it right, you actually definitely be building with your enemy. You definitely might come back to work and, is there no food in the house? Say, did you keep any house help here? You're married though, but you're definitely going to find yourself going outside to look for what to eat. Always. So, but we cannot actually write off the the benefits. The benefits are numerous. You learn. If you marry a reasonable woman or a reasonable man, you will learn. Wisdom will be there because actually God will actually grant people with wisdom. And wisdom comes in the place of selflessness. You will learn. You will unlearn. You will adjust. You understand? And life will become more beautiful. Have you seen a man out there is getting to 6, 7 and he's rushing home? And you'll be like, why is he rushing home? And there's also other men out there, married, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 midnight. They are not thinking of going home. You see the point I'm trying to make now? So if you actually, you need to actually think. And what am I talking about this morning? I'm going to talk on the angle of getting the best of spouse. And I'm going to balance it. I'm going to say it in a way that both men and women will learn. Now, if you want to get your spouses right, first thing first, you have to define yourself. Because a lot of us want every good thing. Every human being just wants the best. Every human being just wants, man, I want someone that can make my life better. I want someone that can actually make me happy. I want someone that can add value to my life. I want someone that can do this. I want someone that can do that. The question is, what can you do for yourself? Who are you? You cannot be a devil and you expect godliness in your life. You expect someone that is godliness to come into your life. You people cannot complement. You cannot complement each other. You have to actually be exactly what you're looking for in your spouse. Let's say, for instance, if you're a man, you want a good woman, you have to be a good man. You have to be a good woman. Let's actually put the gender stuff out of it. Because a lot of men will say, I'm man, is my right for this? Can you actually say, I'm a human being? Is my right to be the best for this other human being? Can we actually say, I'm a human being, she's a human being. She deserves to be treated best the way I want to be treated. Or I'm a human being, she's a human being. I'm actually going to treat her in a way that she'll learn how to treat me. Because let's say, for instance, you marry a woman and you are abusing her, you definitely be raising a beast. If you marry a woman and you're being kind to her, you're being reasonable, you dialogue, you discuss, you give room for talk, communications. You actually humble the person. But you actually need to pray for the person to have capacity to actually receive kindness. Because some people don't have any capacity to receive kindness. Some people, no matter how best you try to treat them, no matter how good you are to them, they don't have the capacity. Maybe let me say they're raised in an abusive home. Maybe let me say that they are damaged. A lot of people are damaged. A lot of people are damaged. They're damaged in their mind. They're damaged in their thoughts. You actually say sorry to them. Say, why are you saying sorry to me? Why are you saying so? You've already done your worst. Get the point. You with your good intentions, you actually to communicate with this person. Maybe if you actually don't want one thing that is actually wrong, then you are trying to apologize. You show remorse, but this person don't have the capacity to even actually take your apologies. This person doesn't have capacity to forgive. This person doesn't even have the capacity for peace. They are violent. So it can actually be a woman, it can actually be a man. You understand? Where there is misunderstanding, let's say you're actually the one that's trying to calm the person. If the person doesn't have the capacity to calm down, my brother, my sister, there can still be peace. We actually need to speak more about family and why it's going to be pain. Okay, now let me now come down to most times how people start. Most marriages is built on sex. Most marriages is built on finances. Most marriages is built on greedy. Most marriages is built on selfishness. These things I'm mentioning now, I'm telling you things that you cannot actually build your home with these things and expect to see a peaceful, a wonderful union. And I will explain. Money is so good and so important, but shouldn't be the basics to build. Sex is so good and so important, shouldn't be the deciding factor of who you want to settle down with. Body is so good. She has a good shape. She has a good front, good back. Oh, he's so tall. He's so cute. He's so. Come on. Have you actually watched this documentary, Violence in Homes, Mother Violence documentary and all that? Have you watched that? You're gonna see a very cute, sweet guy, and you hear that he murdered a wife, he murdered a child. You're gonna see a very pretty woman, fine body, fine shape. She murdered the husband, she murdered the children. It's not about appearance. You actually need to look deep that when you're actually trying to, people be like, oh, what is it talking about? I will explain. Most times when you're trying to get to know people, most spouses, they were once strangers, yes. They don't know anybody, each other from anywhere. Yeah, they get to know, they get to start talking. Now, the point I want to make now is that don't be a man that is all about sex. You meet a woman today, you're thinking about how to sex her. You meet a woman today, you're thinking about how to make her finance. You meet a woman today, you're thinking about how to take advantage of her. Be a man that when you meet a woman, you see beyond woman. You looked at a human being. Who is this human being? Now, when you're drawing close to these human beings, maybe people get to talk, maybe get to talk about one or two things, bring people together. Try not to push for a relationship, like committed relationship or sexual relationship or romantic relationship. Push for men, this friend. Who are you? Try to know who this friend is. Let the friend get to know who you are. Don't show any, at first, don't show any interest for relationship. See what you can actually value, you can add. Oh, this thing you're doing, you can actually do it this way. And see the kind of value the person can actually add. This thing you're doing, you can actually do it this way. Now, on a long run, you've known this person have known you, but you're not dating, you're not in a relationship, you've not shown any interest. Even when the person make actually advances for sexual interaction or committed relationship, you say no, 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 no. Now you actually allow these people to be friends, and when they are friends, they can tell you everything. When they are friends, they can tell you everything. And when they are friends, you figure out whether this person, there is any attraction, there's anything that you see that I can, wow, this kind of person can actually build something. Because let's say, for instance, if you're a friend with a woman that is into hookup, that is a harlot, that is abusive, there is damage, definitely they will bring it close to you. They'll talk about it. I'll give you instances. Let's say, for instance, you have a friend that lives fake life, that lies so much. And let's say the friend now kind of tell you today, man, I made $2,000 in my business. Man, I'm making a whole lot of money. I'm sleeping in money. If the person doesn't actually have any money and the person is lying and is your friend, let's say next week or a few days time, you say the same person I've told you I've made so much money will come back to you and say, please, I think it's $10. I think it 1,000 naira. Let's say, for instance, you're in Nigeria, or if you're in UK, I think get £5. I've not eaten. Come on, it's actually the same person that said, I made $2,000. I've been making money frequently. But due to they are your friend, you put them in that space, you created a space for them to be friends. They'll come back and say, man, I'm broke. You not say, you know the one that say you made $2,000, £2,000, 2 million naira last week. Say, leave that thing. Come on. When you bring them close as friends, you get to know the truth. You get to know who they are. Let's say, for instance, a woman now that you did not force yourself to try to build a romantic relationship or even to have any advances on anything. You just want to keep her as a friend. Maybe it's one or two things that she's doing wrong. You just tell her, you're doing this thing wrong. You can do this in this way. And they get to feel comfortable with you to actually to tell you everything. If she's actually into hookup, she'll tell you she's actually into hookup. In your front, in your face, if she's actually abusive, maybe someone trigger her, you will see her reaction. If she's actually forgiving, maybe someone actually, they might misunderstand another, you will see. So most time you look at sex, you look at money, you look at appearance, and you don't look at main important thing. What is the character of this person? It's important that you actually look on that angle. Very, very, very important. Now another thing you have to look at is you need to look at all these things I mentioned. You can actually, it's actually the right approach to figure out who people are. Because if you start with sex, the sex may just be so sweet. You want to drink water? It must definitely have to be so sweet that you actually build on that. You get the point. If the person is actually have the capacity, financial capacity, which is actually very good, but the motive is important. They can use it to bring you close, and you turn your blind to every other thing that is happening in their life. Are you trying to understand the point I'm trying to make now? So it's important to look on those angles. Now also, if you build on appearance, let me tell you the truth. The possibility and the chances that big appearance you want to go for a woman, let's say, very high, very big, there's possibility that after breastfeeding and all that might just actually go down. It might not be that attractive, it will not catch the way you see it at first. Backside, also the same thing. Scars, body to have scars, body changes. Anything can actually happen. So now you actually need to understand that it's important to look beyond those things. I actually believe what we should look at is to observe. Keep friendship, because through friendship you know who is who. You understand? And now let's say for instance now this person that's been your friends, you'll be able to actually realize that. You'll be able to see through them. Now when you now see through them, you'll be like, am I gonna be with this person? I will not have sex with this person. What if I now marry the person and we try to have sex and the person is not compatible? No, I'm not of the school of thought that you just have to wait until after marriage before you make love or have sex with anybody. You understand? Also, I'm not of the school of thought that you shouldn't give or you shouldn't, exchange gifts. But now, when you people have actually observed, you pay attention, wow, you've seen this person's reactions to reality, because that's the reality. You cannot just open up to this person. And that will even give you, as a man, that will even give you an advantage because you have more things to tell her about herself you've observed that you cannot even imagine not to build life with this person. You cannot open up to the person, man. You now have where you can hit. When you're saying, you're just, the girl will be like, you're just whining me. Or when you talk one or two things about this guy and also stuff like that, and you'll be like, you're just whining me. You have an avenue to get into their soul for right reasons. And maybe if they are actually observing, they have a right, understand, avenue to get into your soul too. That's what I'm saying. You actually have to be what you're looking for. It has to be mutual. You understand? It has to be mutual. It has to be mutual. If you're just joining us, you can actually, this video actually definitely be published later on this page. You can still see it, you can still watch it. But the point I'm trying to make is that actually, when people are shouting, marriage scam, marriage is this, marriage is that, the question is that it's not about the institution, it's about how you get into the institution. It's about, if you actually enter through the wrong channel, you will suffer. It will need the grace of the Creator and determination for you to be able to actually to adjust, to amend, and to get it right. But remember, it's hard to actually get it right when you're already in, because it's it's had to do with two people. It's not just you. You might want to get it right, but your spouse is not ready to get it right. You might be intentional, but your spouse is not intentional. You might be selfless, but your spouse is selfish. You might be thinking you're building together, but your spouse is not building anything with you. You might say everything about you as two people are one, but your spouse is not seeing it that way. But all these things, you already make the error. You will suffer through it, unless there's a change. You will suffer. You'll be like, is it preaching? Come on, I actually told you when I started this live video, I say, this is the Alex Family TV. And I say we entertain you, I say we educate you. But I'm telling you, as a family man, and as a family content that we are actually bringing out here, I'm telling you, if you enter into this word family, if you enter this marriage with the wrong person, you'll be destroyed. And some people say, this person changed after marriage. They didn't change. That's who they are. They pretend, they dance along to get into it. A lot of people get into it out of pressure, society pressure. Everybody's getting married, I have to marry. A lot of people get into it because they pretend to get to you. So people can start because of what they want to get from you, what they want to achieve. A lot of men get into it because they want to take advantage and, she's so fine, she'll give birth to fine children for me. So, you see, they have the reason why they are there. The question is, do they have any reason for a union? If they don't have any reason for a union, you will suffer. You will suffer. I'm not saying it from the place of wickedness that you will suffer, but I'm saying I'm splitting facts. Let me get mine standing. Jesus. I got all of mine. Is that paracetamol? I don't know anything. This my phone is downstairs. Maybe sleep. My phone was actually low. My battery was low, so I have to charge it. So, these things that I'm saying are very, very, very important. Please, in case you're joining or you're coming across our page for the first time, I don't know your time, but I'll make time more specific. I mean, this part of the world, they've taken light, but even in darkness, we'll still shine our light. The light you're shining for family, we're not going to stop. So, please, don't take this topic for granted. Don't take it for granted. Don't suffer when you're in, when you could have as well used the right approach to get it right. By God's grace, I'm actually coming up with a platform like Path with Alex. A lot of young people need to be guided right. They need the right information. You understand? Because if you check the data, I don't want to talk out of point, but next time I'll be online, I will actually inform you the data of how many souls that marriage has taken because they got it right, because they enter for wrong reasons. You understand? It's actually a topic that we take for granted. But we need to speak because this thing is ending people's life, is making people's life miserable. You understand? So don't take it for granted. I will make a time to actually touch this because the topic is actually very complex. It's numerous. You understand? So make sure you subscribe to this page because we are loaded. My wife just got me light. So don't know if we've learned one or two things. Just like I say, sex is good. But make sure you get to know who you want to. Share this with. Because most time, if you start with it without knowing, you will get into commitment. And when you get into commitment, it will be too late because you'll be blinded emotionally. She will change. He will change. You actually justify them because of what you've shared. And that's a sinking sand. More like people are building on rock and you're building on sand. When rain falls, the rain will wash away the sand and the building will collapse. Building collapse is not only when there is divorce, it's when there is violence. Building collapse is not only when there is divorce, it's when there is no peace. Building collapse is not only when there is divorce, it's when people die. They kill each other and understand what it means, union. You and this person is going to be sleeping on the same bed. Even if you're not sleeping in the same bed, the same apartment. Even if you're not sleeping in the same apartment, this person has access to kitchen, food you eat, water you take. So you cannot risk it. You cannot risk it. This video, if you can tag family and friends, tag no matter where you are around the world, tag them. And actually also, as you're subscribing to our TV station here, subscribe to the Light Path with Alex. Because that's the platform where I'll actually definitely talk more on young couples, young singles, young individuals. I'm very, very interested. I'm very, very interested in you guys. Now, like I said, I did not say you should not have sex with you want to start life with. After you must have observed and see that, oh, this person is actually someone that when your mind is intact, you've accessed her without she knowing. You've accessed him without him knowing. Oh, this is actually someone I can commit to. Nobody is perfect. These are one or two things that I see in him or her that I know I can actually cope with. And I know I can actually influence for her or him to change. And when you got into that stage, my brother, shoot your shot. Tell her, I'm interested. Let it be that she now tell you that I actually have someone else. Or I'm into a committed relationship. You now walk away. But I'm telling you, when you follow this path, you will know that union is a blessing. You know that two people are actually better than one. You know that life can actually be sweet every day. You know that, when you're at there, crisis, chaos and all that, you know that you can actually come back home to peace. You get my point? Because you cannot be fighting the world and come home and still be fighting your own. You cannot be fighting the world and you want to stay out there with the world till midnight. The risk of being robbed, the risk of being killed at night, the risk of endangering your life. Why? Because you're running away from a place that's supposed to be a home, a resting place. So don't take what I'm talking for granted. I know what I'm talking. They say the marriages, a lot of things are happening. They're having crisis and all that and all that and all that. First, make friends with these people. Because they are strangers. You cannot start with sex. You cannot start with just appearance. You cannot start just for selfish interest. You cannot start by greediness. You have to start by friendship. You have to start by first of all, defining yourself. You have to be what you want. Adjust your life, adjust your ways, adjust your thoughts. Read good books. Work on yourself. Now you now start looking for who to be friends with, and when you're being friends with them, don't actually make them know you want anything from them like commitment. No, just be a different person that are coming to their life to tell them, oh, you're doing this thing wrong, you can do this thing like this, you can do this thing like this. Just be friends. Don't even let them know that can actually be a prospective husband, can be a prospective wife. No, don't let them know that. Don't let them know that. Because if you let them know that, they will pretend. If you let them know that, they will dance to your tune. They tell you what you want to hear. They play along. Maybe their target is your finance. Maybe their target is just for you to buy for them. Maybe their target is... Do you know actually people can actually intentionally want to come into your life to destroy you? Yeah, people want to see you suffer. Yes. Tell me why a man will marry you and still go outside to be flirting with other girls. And every time you're reading messages and you're crying, my sister, do you want to cry? Tell me why a woman will marry to you and she's still flirting. My brother, do you want to cry? If you don't want to cry, anytime you see me on live, run. Either in this space, but this space you see more of entertainment. Yeah, we still create room to educate people, especially at midnight like this. But you actually need to run and go and subscribe to Life Part with Alex. But also go and subscribe to Life Part with Alex on YouTube, on Facebook, on TikTok. Are definitely gonna be more consistent in actually talking about young people, talking about couple. You understand? Talking about family. I'll be more consistent. So anytime you see me on live here, take advantage of it. You will learn a lot. I'm actually challenging myself. In the next 2, 3, 4 years, I'll have a lot of people saying that the wisdom that God shared through me made them choose right, made them to live right, made them to build right. So I don't know if you have any comments, is there any questions? If you have any questions, if you have anything you want to ask, you can actually comment here and ask. This video will still be published here, so maybe if you happen that you come across this video, you need this video. Millions of people need this video. I actually believe there will be a time we'll be having millions of views. They need this video. Yes. If you come across this video, I'm telling you that you need this video. If you come across this video and jump this video and go and start relationship with sex, go and start with this thing. Some people will start and just mist will just shine on them. They'll be lucky. They will have a wonderful one because a good person is a good person. You can actually, but I'm telling you something. If you want to pick through the crowd, the possibility of picking negativity is very hard. So you need wisdom. So if you're actually the lucky one that go into it and it's so beautiful and it's mutual, wonderful, congratulations. But I'm telling you, the chances are very low. That's why you need to listen to me. You need to listen to Alex. You need to subscribe to the Life Part with Alex. You need to subscribe to Alex Family TV. Yes. You need it. It's very, very important. Because the worst thing that can happen to you is to actually end up with the wrong partner. The worst thing that can happen to you, yes, some people might definitely divorce and get it right next time, but it's hard. It's a stain on your white. That when they ask about the person, they say, She was once married, she's divorced. He was once married, he's divorced. It's a stain. Most time, you're definitely going to end up with other people that are still desperate and still, chances of still having problem in that marriage is still very high. But if you get it right, you'll be thinking of options or trying to get into another thing or trying to, they want to talk about it, he was once divorced. Next time I'll talk about violence. Let's say you're in a place where they want to kill you. We'll talk about it. So this is 5:30, and I actually believe we'll actually spend 1 hour on this live. So I have to close my eye a little. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your patience. I believe you learned 1 or 2 things. Please, if you happen to encounter this video, comment. Maybe comment what you learned, the lines you actually feel that is very important, so that other people that are watching, they can actually see it and you understand, they will also learn. Thank you and bye.